Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 12 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Last time we completed the second day of investigation and uncovered a lot of things, such as theorizing that Ini Miney and Morgan are in cahoots with each other to basically kill Gray and blame it on Maya. And now we're gonna go into the next day of court. Yeah.
Did you know your Von Commodore is only 18, just like me?
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all the time all by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through.
Good morning. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be saved today, Mrs. Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support.
Poor Pearl, she doesn't know. That's essentially Morgan just trying to take out a shovel and bury Maya.
Yeah, that's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you tell me today, too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to stay in the audience today and watch.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly! Not this again!
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mr. Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you to your alone time.
Phew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
What do you mean? What's going on?
We're taking Morgan down. 10 a.m. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world.
All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix.
Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a taste since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country.
Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma.
Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is the proof of that. This key is the only key to the channeling chamber. Was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped the key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand.
Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan.
Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Witness name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Oh! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is. Yes, that is. You be quiet! Now witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya. She escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order! Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best.
I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Maya's escape. After we heard the gunshot, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I request that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She's simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
Yeah, Morgan is actually one of the few, is actually pretty much the only villain in the series who doesn't have a breakdown. I'm dead serious, she doesn't. But technically, she is the only villain who really hasn't actually murdered anyone herself. Just now you said those two. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada is not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. They're going to charge into Curring Village on their four-wheelers. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fey? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady... Yes. Was it really that necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, this is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of that room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fey. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you.
Are you satisfied now, Miss Wright? Miss Fey, please continue. Okay. Rest. Okay. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and that strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by the statement? I'm afraid I don't. That statement I gave you was a lie. Sorry about that. I had to adjust my headphones. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this. However, the witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya. Question further. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Ugh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Ugh. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Okay. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. That and you're weighed down by all the evil in your heart. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ah!
Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I am not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps.
And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy witness, elaborate on that point for us. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I wouldn't think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that?
It means she has another witness up her sleeve, trust me. It looks like Miss Montgomery is ready to move on to her next witness.
Yeah, you can't even contradict anything Morgan says. Morgan is the only witness in the game that you can only press.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, who can establish that Maya Fey did not leave the chamber?
I hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
Yes. That is exactly what we should be. Oh! Eek!
Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done when she had gone to speak was CzarThwomp, you are now messing up my lines! Now then, what the escapee had done was that she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone.
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Ini Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Ini Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed.
Witness, name, and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Ini Miney. I'm, researching, psychology stuff at the, university.
What is this parapsychology?
Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult study stuff.
Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what it means.
Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir!
Now then, Miss Meany, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is that correct? I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir!
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine! For my sake! After the murder, when the channeling started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. It was oh my god, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible.
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person you witnessed was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yes. Miss Meany, she was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh, well, this is...
Witness? Yeah. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to do it? Of course!
Miss Miney, please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Ini? Oh yeah, that isn't so much spoilers.
She took her revenge.
But it is semi-spoilers if you know what the big twist behind this case is.
Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go as far as to use a medium to get revenge.
It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end.
What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now. Was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find out that one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies.
Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish travel. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was gonna be totally a seedy day. Yes, indeed.
I see.
Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping?
Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m., something like that. I think 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. Ah, no, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time it was when someone came into your room. Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay, it's really... That's it! Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First of all, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright?
The defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Ini Miney? When you saw Miss Ini Miney? You were happy in a sad way? Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise seeing a dead loved one rise again? But, maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult, but I, know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No, like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her! You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while?
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
It's very important. It's very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but I gotta bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about.
Alright. Mr. Wright, Miss Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. This is where you go. Remember this photo?
Objection!
That was a very well spun line, Miss Miney. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Like you're one to talk, Mia? Your main catchphrase is essentially just it's basically you took that from an attorney you worked with. Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Yeah, but I don't really think you thought of that at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone like this appeared before you. The blood spray! Miss Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying, not lying, you would have noticed it right off the bat.
Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney!
I'm thinking, don't interrupt me!
That...
Eep! And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself down, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
Ugh, the judge still looks like a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. After the murder, part 2. Like, the side room was, kind of dark, you know. It was daylight! And you were right by the door! So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Yes, now I see. And you have given us a clear reason as to why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness.
Okay, now I know what you have to do for this one exactly. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. No good. I can't find anything wrong.
Phoenix, the judge believes the testimony.
Basically, the main thing is that Pearl was in the winding way. And what was your sister, Miss Ini Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. May I ask one more thing, Miss Miney? Here it is. Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place, huh? What? you mean? When you were going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
It's very important. I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
I don't get why, but okay. Here we go. This is the one. Because we have the sacred urn. I finally found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in that perfect lie. Take a look at this urn. Urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? We're gonna answer that question next time. Anyways, I really appreciate you sticking around to watch this episode. You're great viewer. If you come back for the next one, if you'd like to see a like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. With that, I'll see you later. Bye.